Okay. So at the next meeting, we'll have a continuation of budget follow-ups. I guess we'll just say we send in the letter and find out what happened.
Right, we'll do that.
And start discussing what you want to work on next year. And do we give a presentation to the council what we've done this year? Do we write up a little report what we've done, or do we give any? We report out to our community.
I'll be doing a presentation, a written report to the Neighborhood Services and Education Committee for their June 9th meeting.
June 9th.
Which I'm drafting right now. Yeah, usually there's a Neighborhood Services and Education Committee meeting that occurs right after the commission meeting. So for instance, there'll be one tomorrow. We'll meet on June 8th, and I'll be doing my presentation, which will be in written form, which I'll need to submit by May 23rd.
Do you want any?
And it's a report on what you've been doing year to date.
Okay.
It's not an annual report, the closest thing that you're going to get.
Okay. And let's see, work plan for new things, new commissioners, preparation materials. Oh, that is the memo that you've been working on. We need to get this thing done.
Thank you. Great if a vice chair could do that for us. Sorry. How do we
So what is,
shove this thing forward?
we need to get this thing done. This is like our closing statement. This is our,
I don't think we can discuss it because it's not on the agenda.
so this is right now an item to make sure that, this is how we prepare for next month. This, so we can set up, let's see, what is the status? There's the stuff that you've written that's been going through legal, and you've rewritten it 2 or 3 times, and you have some stuff. And then Matt has his outreach community stuff, and we need to formalize the thing and get it in a formal document that we need to get out of here. And I'm going to have some time myself to fold in on this thing now, I hope. So I want to help you with this thing if I can. We need to get, it was hung up in legal. Has that been, those issues been resolved, or?
Send me, refresh my memory on these. Just send me send me a message, and you and I'll chat about it then.
Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Isn't Matt terming out also?
I'm sorry, what?
Isn't Matt also terming out?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would, sorry, going to the memo that Dave and I are working on, I'd nominate Dave. Can you follow up with Ernest's office? Because you're already in the flow of the earlier conversations. Larry can do it, or I can do it.
I think this is kind of awkward. We're at 9 minutes left, 8 minutes left in this meeting, and then we have one more meeting with a fairly full agenda, and not much can happen if he has to be, brought up to date and review it, and there's other parties involved. Is probably something that should be picked up early next year and can be worked on through the summer.
No,
By then, it'll be a year old as you started that draft.
we're termed out, so this is
That's,
our last
that's
chance.
understandable.
You can't have you leave with this thing not done.
It's not dead. Trust me.
With this thing not done. So who among the 3 of us is the most effective person for Ernest to work with to move the ball forward, so at the next meeting, when you leave, perhaps the last thing we will do is, or maybe the first thing we'll do is approve or ratify that document.
Pete has been involved in some of those discussions, and I think you and he need to talk since you will speak in my place.
I have a question. I'm sorry, I have a question and a comment. One question is, why not save it and let the commission with the new commissioners vote on it as they will on the new chair and vice chair? But separately from that, it's my understanding from the city manager's office that if it's not on the agenda, we shouldn't be discussing it. I know that we are talking about the agenda for the next meeting, but we're going way beyond that. So is this on the agenda for the next meeting? And if it is, we can talk about it then.
So right now, we're just preparing to have a subcommittee work on it, and the intent was for this commission to have basically a user's manual, so that the new incoming commissioners, there'll be 6, 8, 10 of them.
I
will
support it, I just worry that we've added an item to the agenda that was not on the agenda, and we've done
It's on
so
the
by
agenda, it
discussing
says
it.
new commission preparation materials. It's on the
Yes,
agenda.
it's on the agenda.
It is on the agenda.
For next month?
We will vote on it for next month. Right now, we're just discussing who will work on it. So I will work with Nicole and David and who else is involved, and Matt. Yes.
And if I may, the idea of having it done next meeting is so that all the new commissioners who are coming in August have the benefit of the tool that was designed to serve those new commissioners, number one. And number two, I honestly don't think something like that should take more than a full year. And it
Yes,
will be the 1 year anniversary if we wait until August. And I have to say
absolutely, that
that
makes sense.
is madness.
Yeah.
Larry?
Yeah.
At the time it was proposed, the sitting staff member at the time said, this can be used as a working draft. What we can do is use it to share with new commissioners as a working draft and let the new commission and the new commission chair and those who wish to work on it with staff finish it up. And we could discuss the process of doing that next meeting if it's on the agenda.
Yes.
Because as it's written, there was concerns about language, about other issues that need to be resolved. They aren't deal breakers, I don't believe, but they should be resolved, so this is a product of the full commission and in cooperation with staff. And so it can be done first order of business next year, but I would suggest that next meeting, we talk about how to carry that forward and share it as a working draft with new commissioners.
Okay. Any other items and comments from anybody?
Yeah, I have one thing on next month's agenda. The item number 3 talks about reviewing potential topics for next year. And I kind of have the same objection about that. We're going to have 10 new people around the table. They ought to be able to vote on that.
Oh, they will. This is just to toss out a few ideas.
Okay, that's fine.
You don't want to spend, I mean, I remember one year we spent, 5 meetings or 6 meetings talking about what to do in the other 4 meetings of the year. I mean, we spent so much time working on the work plan, we didn't have any time to do any work. So I don't want to repeat that. But you do want to start thinking what you want to work on the next year. Any other items?